On one side, I have the Samsung Galaxy S24 FE, Samsung's premium pick. On the other hand, the Galaxy A55, a mid-range contender packed with features. At first glance, they might look like siblings, but they are more like the rich cousin and the chill cousin. In other words, aside from the design, they are quite different. If you're unsure which one suits you, I've got you covered, and so without taking much of your time, yo guys, let's get started. Let's start with the design and build quality, which is always a good indicator of where each of these phones sits on Samsung's food chain. Both smartphones are rocking a glass front with Gorilla Glass Victus Plus, but the build on the S24 FE screams refinement and from a different class, thanks to the double Gorilla Glass Victus Plus on both the front and the back of this device. And you have this aluminum frame that's built like a tank. Add to this the IP68 rating, meaning it can survive deeper waters for longer. The A55, not too shabby either, is rocking a Gorilla Glass front as well, but with just the regular Gorilla Glass on the back. So it's good, but you feel that it's just a little less premium. With IP67, it can survive water too, but only up to 1 meter for 30 minutes. So while these devices are durable, the S24 FE definitely takes home the crown here, especially if the smartphones spend more time near water than you do. You also get an optical in-display fingerprint scanner for both of these devices as far as the biometrics, and they weigh about the same at 213 grams, so if you like your phones with some heft, you'll be satisfied either way. But hey, fancy looking glass and sleek metal frames are just part of the picture for both, but the S24 FE is made out of the more durable and premium materials. When I tested the speakers on both of these devices, I was honestly surprised by how well the A55 held up. The audio was pretty much comparable, and you're not really missing much on the Galaxy A55. I mean, they sounded pretty much the same. Now here's where things start to get interesting. The Galaxy S24 FE sports a 6.7-inch dynamic AMOLED 2X display, pushing out crazy brightness at 1900 nits peak and a super smooth 120Hz refresh rate. Not only does it make content look stunning outdoors, but it's also perfect for gamers and binge watchers with that buttery smooth effect. The Galaxy A55 on the other hand is coming with a 6.6-inch Super AMOLED panel, still bright at 1000 nits, and yes, it's got the 120Hz refresh rate too, so you're not really losing much on fluidity. But the question is, can that extra brightness and the HDR10 Plus make a noticeable difference? Well yeah, especially if you consume a lot of media or use your smartphone outdoors frequently. However, for many of us, the Galaxy A55's panel is still a pleasure to look at without feeling like you're missing out on a lot. Honestly, for indoor use and watching regular YouTube videos, these smartphones look really identical in terms of the colors. In fact, the Galaxy A55 looked really close to the S24 FE than the S23 FE did. Generally, the S24 FE has the better display, but you can't fault the A55 at this price point. Alright, let's talk performance. The S24 FE is running on the Exynos 2400E, and this thing is a beast. We are talking about 10 cores, flagship level speed, and enough raw power to bulldoze anything you throw at it. Paired with 8 gigs of RAM across the board, you're getting that fluid multitasking, excellent gaming performance, and future-proof longevity. Meanwhile, the Galaxy A55 is powered by the Exynos 1480. It's no slouch, but the 8-core setup doesn't offer quite the same muscle. You'll be able to run your day-to-day apps, multitask, and play demanding games, but when you put it up against the S24 FE, it's like comparing a sports car to a sedan. I mean, one of them is just designed to go faster. So it comes down to how demanding your needs are. If you need more power to spare, then the S24 FE, no question, is the one you should pick. But if you're just trying to scroll through social media, binge watch Netflix, occasionally do some demanding gaming, or snap a few pictures, then the Galaxy A55 gets the job done. Here are the benchmark comparisons for Antutu Geekbench between these devices. It's not even a fair comparison at this point. Now, these devices currently run on Android 14, and you have up to 7 years of update on the S24 FE and about 4 years of software update on the A55 with an additional year of security patch. Hey, and while we are here talking about great choices, you know what else is a great choice? Hitting the subscribe button and the bell icon to stay tuned for more comparisons, reviews, and everything else tech. Let's keep this conversation going. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you. Alright, let's dive into the cameras. The S24 FE comes loaded with an impressive triple camera setup, a 50 megapixel wide lens with OIS, an 8 megapixel telephoto with 3x optical zoom, and a 12 megapixel ultra wide. And here's the exciting part. It can shoot 8K videos at 30 FPS, and it's a versatile package whether you're capturing landscapes, portraits, or zooming in for that perfect shot. The S24 FE handles it all with style. Now the Galaxy A55 is a bit more modest, but it still packs a 50 megapixel main camera, a 12 megapixel ultra wide and a 5 megapixel macro lens. You also get optical image stabilization on the main sensor, which helps keep your shot steady. It tops out at 4K 30fps for video, which is still pretty solid, but let's be real, 8K isn't for everyone. For everyday photography and videography, the A55 gets the job done. When comparing the photos from these devices, the S24 FE makes images from the A55 seem a little bit lifeless at times because of the less saturation happening here, especially with human subjects. But with landscapes, the color saturation difference isn't as dramatic. As far as the ultra-wide cameras, the A55's ultra-wide results looks noticeably different from the main sensor, while the S24 FE's ultra-wide is more consistent with its main shooter. It feels like the A55's ultra-wide photos are from a different smartphone entirely and can't really match up with the S24 FE's performance. When it comes to zooms, the S24 FE pulls ahead yet again, as the A55 doesn't have any optical zoom capabilities on the smartphone. The color difference continues in video recording at 4K 30fps, and the S24 FE delivers better video quality overall. But when we talk about selfies, the A55 takes the lead with a 32 megapixel front-facing camera compared to the S24 FE's 10 megapixel sensor. So if you're big on selfies, the Galaxy A55 might be more appealing because of the extra detail. I was actually surprised by how much I preferred the video quality coming from the A55's front-facing camera. Overall, the S24 FE generally has the better camera, except for the front-facing camera right out of the box. Can you get similar results to the A55? With some editing on the S24 FE's front-facing camera photos, maybe. But straight out of these cameras, I'll lean towards the A55 for selfies. Both smartphones give you long battery life. The S24 FE clocks in with a 4700 mAh battery and 25 watts wired charging plus 15 watts wireless charging. And if charging speed is your thing here, 50% in 30 minutes means you'll never be waiting for long. Now the Galaxy A55 bumps the battery size with a 5000 mAh battery unit. But charging here is also capped at 25 watts, and unlike the S24 FE, there is no wireless charging feature on this smartphone. So if wireless charging matters to you, or you need that reverse wireless charging feature for things like your earbuds, then the S24 FE has that clear upper hand. But for day-to-day use, the Galaxy A55 seems to have done better for me, and that's all thanks to the extra battery life and less power consumption from the chipset you get on this device. Now let's talk price, and this might be the most significant factor here. The Galaxy S24 FE is scaling in at a hefty $750 or 1.1 million naira. Whereas the A55 comes in at nearly half the price, around $350 to $400 or 650,000 naira. That's quite the price gap, and what it really boils down to is this. Are you willing to pay more for the raw power and the added extras like wireless charging, better camera versatility, or are you someone who's looking at the fantastic package and the Galaxy A55 without the premium fluff? If you're someone who needs that powerful chipset, loves the bright and buttery smooth displays, and you want to shoot videos in 8K, then the Galaxy S24 FE is the phone for you. With this premium feel, performance, and features, but you'll have to pay to play. On the other hand, the Galaxy A55 provides incredible value for your money, fantastic day-to-day performance, and good cameras in comparison, especially for the better selfie video you get with this device, all without draining your wallet. So which way are you swinging? Let me know in the comment section below, and check out where I compared the Galaxy A55 with some other worthy competitors. And as always, catch you in the next one. That day.